So the Outlaw 10.5 class is the least restrictive class in PSCA's Rocky Mountain Summer Series, and this typically leads to the fastest times. As with the other classes except for the imports, it is in heads-up 1/8 mile format. It is built around the 33 by 10.5 W or smaller slick, although certain radials are allowed. I will leave the specific rules in the description. Now, looking at the standings from Race 1, Kelly Harvey in his blown 1967 Chevy is your points leader, followed closely by Brandon McBride in his Turbo Vet. Par for the course, I'm going to start with your top qualifiers and then get you to the race. Kicking off eliminations on the left side of the screen is Lizanne Huell, and I apologize if I'm saying that name wrong, but it appears to be a blown Hemi combination. On the right side of the screen we have Kyle Kesterson with his blown GTO. It looks like the engine is a Troy Scott Racing Engines build, although I can't find detailed specifics on it. Now the car used to have a Lumina body, and you may have seen it on Street Outlaws No Prep Kings. Coming up next on the right side of the screen is Andrew Russo in a twin-turbo small cube big block Chevy-powered Camaro, and he is racing Ralph Smith, but unfortunately I'm not sure of Ralph's combination.
Ralph Smith, he's racing.
Up next on a buy run is Brandon McBride in his twin-turbo 521 cubic inch BAE-powered Corvette. He was also racing his Skyline and XDR if you remember the name. Unfortunately, the car would not start in a reasonable amount of time, and he was forced to resign his run and be removed from competition. Coming up on the right side of the screen, we have your number 1 qualifier Dave Walters in his blown BAE 1968 Camaro. He is racing Mike in his 2008 Jerry Haas Mustang. This car is motivated by an 825 cubic inch Hemi, and the info that I found had it listed as naturally aspirated, which is just insane up here. On the left, we have Kelly Harvey with his roots-blown 521 cubic inch BAE-powered 1967 Chevy 2, and he is racing T. Whedon in his nitrous-assisted 69 Pontiac GTO. On the right side, we have Jay in his blown 555 cubic inch big block Chevy powered 67 Camaro. He is racing Kevin in his pro-charged 540 cubic inch big block Chevy powered 62 Bel Air.
Kevin, don't reach any Steinbach. the mile per hour. Obviously, Kevin was on a charge. He just didn't get it off the starting line. So, congratulations, James Stockton.
Jay had the big reaction time advantage, and Kyle caught him at the end. Both cars jumped the beams. Now Ralph Smith left first. That is a confirmation. And I want to say Ralph Smith leaving probably triggered Kyle leaving, but because Ralph Smith left first, he is deemed the first DQ. And so it will be Kyle Kesterson in the final. Again, it's that John Finch rule. We cannot DQ both cars. So Kyle will get to race Kelly in the next round.
Oh, looks like his, almost looked like the belt flew off, didn't it?
So unfortunately something happened to Kelly's car and he was unable to make the finals. Now this is 100% conjecture on my part, but similar cars run their oil breather tanks in the rear of the vehicle. So if that's what the smoke was coming from, the piston rings may be suspect, which would be obvious as to why he would bow out at that point.
It's okay. Interesting turn of events.
Well, there. Consistent car got the win. Congratulations to Kyle and his team. We'll see everybody. Thank you, everybody. Everybody at Bandamere, from the ticket booth to the concessions to the announcing booth. Everybody. Track crew up here in the tower.
So the next video is going to be on the import classes, and I actually have some Project Daytona stuff, but it's not overly exciting, as kind of at this point it's just an avalanche of small stuff that takes forever and really isn't that interesting, but I'll compile it at some point. With that being said, you guys have a great day.